With many Americans temporarily off the job and the stock market on a roller coaster ride, the White House is pitching a massive stimulus plan that would inject $1 trillion into the economy. A quarter of that would go directly to the American public.
Americans need cash now, and the president wants to get cash now. And I mean now, in the next 2 weeks.
So far, few details on how it would work. But Mnuchin says the relief would not be for the wealthy.
We don't need to send people who make $1 million a year checks, okay?
Also in the White House stimulus proposal, assistance for small businesses and relief for the airline industry.
We don't want airlines going out of business. We don't want people losing their job.
At the other end of Pennsylvania Avenue, the Senate has yet to vote on a coronavirus relief bill passed by the House. That measure, which has support from the president, would provide up to 10 days of paid leave for some workers and free coronavirus testing for anyone whose doctor says it's necessary. Speaking from a freshly disinfected podium, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
My counsel to him is to gag and vote for it anyway.
McConnell telling reporters he'll urge his Republican members, including those who disapprove of certain parts of a bill, to prove they can work in a bipartisan manner.
This is not an ordinary situation, and so it requires extraordinary measures.
Meanwhile, with tax day fast approaching, the government is trying to ease the burden, pushing back the April 15th deadline by 90 days. And even with the recent wild swings on Wall Street, the head of the New York Stock Exchange says now is not the time to panic.
We will get through this, and so trying to react to these major market moves right now in their 401ks is probably not the wisest move.
It all comes as coronavirus testing is ramping up across the country, including drive-through sites in many states. But the wait can be long. This backup in Birmingham, Alabama, stretching all the way down the highway.
Your travel history to a country with an outbreak of the coronavirus disease.
And with stricter screening guidelines now in place for travelers flying into the U.S., the European Union is rolling out its own restrictions to stop the spread, implementing a 30-day ban for most external travel.